Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala.
Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. What Neelakantanji just said, bow down to Ramana Maharishi. And this is the real bow down, when you bow down to the Ramana within you. What we see Ramana as the embodiment of form, the truth, the self within is exactly the same in all of us. He was that living truth, and we all can be the same living truth. Without any doubt. Doubt needs to be removed. And the doubt is at the level of mind only. There is no doubt in the self. Even right now, even if you think you are bound, you are free. Only you have doubt that you are bound. If there is no doubt, you are free. All our efforts to be free are not our efforts. They are all the efforts of the mind only. We are always free. When we give up all efforts, when we surrender completely, or when we understand this truth, we are free. We are always free. It is exactly like when Bhagavan used to tell that famous story of 10 people. They always stopped at 9. They never counted themselves. Count yourself, not your mind. When we say we are not free, we are not saying it. We have given power to the mind to speak on our behalf. And it's like a Chinese whisper. You are free, and it tells everyone I am not free. Mind is a liar. Because mind has no clue about it. The person who thinks he or she is not free is actually true, because that one who says is a person. not the presence. We are all presence. None of us are a person. We are living in the body, but we are impersonal presence. And as impersonal presence, we are always free. So to transcend from this person to presence is knowledge. If you understand, you are no more a person. But this understanding is not understanding from mind or intellectual understanding. This understanding is understanding of your heart. If your heart is open and you make this understanding as your own truth, then nothing else needs to be done. All search is over. Because the one who is searching is itself false. It has to drop. And if this hits you on your heart, in your chetana, then you are already free and you are liberated and you are that. Let mind come back again, say whatever it has to say, cry in front of you, shout, make noise, but you're already in. You have gone behind the mind, you have transcended the mind. It takes only a fraction of a second to transcend the mind and be the presence. Once you have done, when you come behind the mind, mind is helpless to deceive you again. You're out of the bounds of Maya. You are in hands of Maya, illusion, till you believe in your mind, till you are in the trap of the mind. The moment you go behind the mind, you are free. It is as if you take up a role. You are a person, you are an individual, and you're behaving as an individual in society. The whole society wants you to be an individual. If you say, and if you tell someone that you are the same person I met 20 years back, you haven't changed, people feel so proud of it. I think it is shameful that you are still the same person, you have not evolved. People say, oh my God, you are the same person, you studied with me in primary and you are exactly the same. Oh, I think that man is just a stunted growth, He never evolved. From person, we have to move to presence. All of us. Evolution should happen. There should be jigyasa, that inquisitiveness to move on. Not to stay as a person in the body-mind complex in a cage. We have suffered a lot in this cage, in this jail, which is body. As Bhagavan always used to say, body itself is a suffering. And when he had a disease, he said, suffering is having suffering. But who understands this? Only a seeker understands, who had some glimpses what the truth is. Who helps you in this journey? No one. No one in this world wants you to change, because everyone has vested interest on you. If you change, if you are free, if you become changeless, impersonal presence, then you have taken away control, remote control from all your family members and friends and society. No one can control you. No one can emotionally blackmail you. Then you don't belong to any society. Your religious group can't take advantage of you or your country or society or the people. You are so free. Nobody is interested in your freedom except you and the Jnani. No one else. When you are not free, anyone can sell you or sell anything to you. When you are free, then you are out of all the traps, all the concepts, all the ideas, all the things which make you as an egoistic individual, a person, a personality, an entity. Because you can't be bribed now. Do you want money, name, fame? What do you want? Do you want a cake? You want a house, new car? How can I please you? You can only please a person. You can never please a Jnani. Jnani can only be pleased if you are free. Or if you are on the path of freedom, he will be happy. Because he wants everyone to be happy. He has compassion for everyone to be free like him or her. He is not interested in anyone's money or name or fame. He doesn't want anything. Because he himself knows that he is just a presence. And we are all that presence. And people who dislike that Jnani, he can't dislike because he knows that behind all that hate and dislike, in that person also is that pure bliss, that Shiva consciousness, that Christ consciousness is prevailing. But that idiot doesn't know. And he behaves and fights and hate and attached to things. And this is the reason why he has compassion for all the people. Because he knows that this person doesn't know the truth. And knowing the truth is very easy, very simple, very direct. Because it is always there. It is the only thing which is never changing. Look within what never changes. That is you. And discard everything which changes. That is not you. It is so easy. Take a sieve and filter out what you are not. Whatever you think is changing is not you. Never was you. And what is left at the end is only you, which is not changing, which is changeless entity. Till you think you are changing, you are suffering. Because somehow at subconscious level, you know that you are that changeless entity. So change makes you suffer. Any relationship, when it ends, we feel bad. Anything acquired, you lose, you feel bad. People are so accustomed that everyone should be same around. When their mind changes, they deceive, they like, they dislike, we feel bad. Because we are that changeless entity, and somewhere in our subconsciousness, we don't want to change. But the problem is, we think ourselves as body mind. And then we think we should not change. That is a misconception. If we leave aside the body mind and know that we are that changeless awareness, then our notion is completely right. We are changeless. We all are changeless. We are eternal. Formless awareness which never changes. Never changes in any way. It is always bliss. It is always alive. It is eternal. Bliss has nothing opposite to it. Bliss is bliss. You can't say one day the pure awareness is happy, the other day pure awareness is sad. It can't. It cannot. It is not in its nature. It is not dependent on nature. So keep watching to the one in us which is eternal, unchanging entity. Stick to it. Hold on to it. And what will happen is all the things which are changing will drift away from you. It's not that you will be out of this body experience, but your realization will be so strong that whether the body stays or body goes, it doesn't matter. You are that changeless entity, formless awareness. When you sit as a witness to the personality which is interacting in the world and planning and all, just observe your observation, not even judging it, not condemning it, not trying to stop its all tricks, just paying attention as a pure witness to the dynamic movement of this ego. The ego drops. If your observation is very intense, it can drop in a second. And how much you are still investing in that mind-body complex, how many desires are still unfulfilled. It all depends on that. But if your intensity is strong, like a laser, if your seeing is that powerful, the seeing of this powerful awareness will burn away your ego forever. It cannot stay. It cannot stand the power of that seeing. And you are that seeing. So stay here in your heart and watch what unfolds in the body-mind complex without reacting, without judging. Because whatever a person is, how can you hate your own entity of ego or others' entity? It is all conditioned. We have learned from family, from our community, our education. If you don't believe in previous birth, at least even in this birth, we have learned a lot of these things. It takes old habits to die. It takes a while. It depends how much you are attached. And we all know different personalities. Some people are very strong-headed, we say. Some are very soft and simple. Some are malleable. Some are rigid. It depends. You have to soften yourself. And to soften the rigid personality, bhakti plays a major role. There comes the devotion. Devotion to the God in different forms. Prayers, japa, idol worshipping, taking a name, remembering the God in different ways, whatever works for you. That can help to soften that personality. But if you're already simple-hearted, you will just reach it directly without any efforts. Because you're already there. Remember, it's only your own journey which you have to complete. And only you are responsible to finish it. No one else. And no one else is interested in the worldly matters. I can say satsang or a group like this and people who are on path or who have known would be happy for you to. But how many of them are there in this world? How many are interested? That's why sometimes we call them chosen few, the one who had grace, because this is grace. It says in scriptures that human birth is a big grace. Then human birth and having this inquisitiveness to know that supreme is the other grace. And the third grace is to get a company to know this. So you have ticked all the three boxes. What is left? Nothing. If we add the right chemicals, then we should get the right stuff. There's nothing left. All of us I believe, are all human beings. That's nothing to say about it. The second thing is we are all mumukshu. That's why we are here. Maybe someone is more intense, someone is less, but still. And third is we are all in a satsang. What else do you need? Nothing else. All the three boxes are tick boxes. It has to happen. It has already happened. Now, who has the doubt about it? There is no doubt about it. It might take a bit more time for someone, but it will happen. And that is why patience and perseverance are very important. The one who thinks, oh, when it is going to happen, you are creating an obstacle yourself. Because you are already there. Direct path starts where you have to end. We are pure awareness. When you know this, stay as pure awareness, behave as pure awareness. Let the mind keep doing its talk. You just ignore. Stay in your blissful self. Let the mind come and try to disturb it. But why would you get disturbed? You stay as your blissful self. Never ever move from here. Be vigilant. Be alert. This is tapas. This is austerity. Not to slip away. And this is not that difficult at all. Whatever the circumstances around us, whatever is happening, when you stay in awareness, actually you will realize that all situation around you is conducive to be free. But because when we stay as personality, as a person, we feel trapped because all those things, people criticizing you or loss of finances or a disease, they are all lessons to us to be free, to detach. Suffering detaches us more from the world than good times. Good times, you think it's a good time. When the bad time comes, we'll see about God and self and all. Let's enjoy right now. Live life king size. Enjoy. Who knows when we are going to die, We can die any moment. Let's enjoy this moment. Who wants enjoyment? Who is the enjoyer in us? Question that enjoyer. Who is that enjoyer? That enjoyer is the devil in us who enjoys. And the one who feels proud of doing a little bit of a good work is also that devil. This body-mind complex belongs to the matter of the word, and its job, whatever abilities it has, to help other body-mind complexes of the word or whatever is there. And it will do its job if you stay as pure awareness. Let it do its job. You stay as pure awareness. You just stay as a witness, sakshi to it, and don't move from there. Even if you live in a cave, you will be doing more good to the world than actually doing good with your ego. Even it might come out with some good work in the community, but it is no goodness to you. It is, if you are doing with your ego will further inflate. So you have fallen from grace in spite of doing good work. So Bhagwan is so smart. He told very clearly that all actions are of no use. People talk about karma yoga. Karma yoga, what is karma yoga? Karma yoga is when you are doing things without ego. When you are doing without ego, then who is the doer? There is no doer. What a stupid idea, karma yoga. There is no karma yoga. Karam yoga means the work nishkam karam which you are doing without ego. When you are doing without ego, you are already free. Or you can say, I am giving all my credit, my work to the God. I'm surrendering all my good work to the God. Then, if it is a complete surrender, you are already free. So, Bhagwan has given the most beautiful teaching for all the people like us who are mostly in Rajasic mind, the active mind, who thinks that when we are doing a lot of work, we are president of 10 charitable societies, we are doing very good. Yeah, you might get heaven, ticket to heaven, but not free. A more beautiful jail. Maybe the next life you might be a king or a billionaire, but again you are not free. If you are asking for freedom, then you have to be non-doer. And to be non-doer, you have to be a witness. And to be a witness, you have to watch as an observer all the actions of the body mind with patience. Patience not for a second, eternal patience. You are always pure awareness. Somehow the body mind complex have come in middle for a short span of 100 years probably, maximum. Why to worry about it? Everybody which has taken a birth is going to die. Why to worry about this body mind complex? It will die soon. You just stay pure awareness. Watch the drama unfolding and enjoy as a watcher. If you indulge in anything, that's always, self has nothing to indulge. It's already enjoying the whole show. It is only that enjoyer which is not enjoying, it's actually suffering. In that small cocoon, it's small cave, small frog of the well, he thinks he's enjoying his, that body mind complex. And then the body mind complex is disappearing every day. The moment it has taken birth, it is going towards death only. Every day it is changing. Don't attach yourself to the changing entity. It will cause suffering. Attach yourself to the unchanging entity and you will be eternally in blissful state. Choice is yours. But you can't be both, that is for sure. You can only choose one. Kabir has said, Prem gali ati sankri isme dona samay. The love lane is so narrow that two cannot come into it. Ego and God cannot be there. Only one. You can call it God or you can call it self. You can be only one of them. So if you have chosen to be that pure awareness, watch that ego, the fake ego. Stay there. And when you watch, gradually and slowly this will disappear. In no time it will disappear. For that you have to have faith and believe in your own self, the purity of yourself. That having faith in it is grace. And having faith and accepting these words as the word of truth is also grace. Sit with that, and in no time you will be only pure self. The transformation is happening while you are even listening. You don't have to do anything, you just have to believe in it, that's all. Your faith and your belief in these words will do the job. Trust plays such a major role in our freedom. At the end of the day, we are not free, it's just a thought in our mind. We have to be free from this thought, this I thought, which creates all these thoughts. Always be the witness to things unfolding in front of us. Since you wake up in morning and throughout the day, so many times, if you're not attentive, you might slip back into the ego mode. As soon as you realize, just come back to the awareness mode. Like this switching on and off is your deliberate attempt to detach. And with your honesty, with your pure attempt, you will see the change. Even people around you will tell you that you have changed a lot. You have more dispassion, more vairagya, you're not interested. You will notice your change. Things which really used to attract you have no value left. You love your solitude. There will be changes in the body, changes in your emotions, changes even in the thought process. Number of thoughts, negative thoughts, frequency of thoughts, the way you were a reactive person to more responsive. As a medical student, we used to be taught that personality is a non-modifiable risk factor for a disease. Non-modifiable. Because those stupid idiots who have written that book have never actually tried that personality can be completely wiped off. They have not gone beyond it. If you see what are the lifestyle interventions in medicine, which are very new thing, it is change in personality, lifestyle interventions. What you eat, how you behave, what time you sleep, plant-based diet, and all these things. And they improve your health. Now they are accepting it. So personality, we can completely give away this mask of personality. Yes, some food habits will stay there, If you like gulab jamun, you might still like it. But that doesn't come as a big factor in your personality. Personality is where you are talking from. Where is your standing? Is it standing at ego or awareness? This makes a huge difference from being a person or being presence. Externally, maybe people may or may not understand this, but it makes a huge change in you. You're always happy and contented with whatever is happening. Things might cause a little bit of restlessness if something big happens, but still you will be in yourself, not like a wave up and down. That is the power of pure awareness. The name is so beautiful, awareness. The one which is only aware. of things unfolding but not involved. Awareness, just awareness. The word is so beautiful, it looks like awareness is just awareness. It is uninvolved and it's not complaining about anything. You know, how the absolute is taking care of the body, mind, or the people, or things are going good or bad. It's awareness is awareness. It is just there all the time, the same, uninvolved. It does not get excited if someone says your God is bad, or this is wrong, or this, and you come out and start fighting on the streets. Awareness knows that I am pure awareness. That absolute will take care of everything at the right time, in the right way. So it has no grudges, no revenge, no hate, only love. When Jesus was getting crucified, the only thing he said was, please forgive these people. They don't know what they are doing. About whom is he talking about? He's talking about all the people who are living in ego. They don't know what they're doing. They are in mind game. They're mind trapped. They are in ego. It's not that someone who is a killer is the bad person. Even the people who are doing good works are also in the ego trap. To be free from the ego is the freedom, and to be in the ego is bondage. That's so easy. All the rest of the drama, scriptures, religions, and japa, and Bhagavan Ramana's picture and all, there can all be help in a way, whatever your personality and your intentions and your devotion and all will help. But the end result is to drop the fake ego and stay as your impersonal presence, awareness, all the time. In waking state, in dream state, and then deep sleep state. Because that unchanging entity stays the same. These three states are only of the mind. In waking state, mind is thinking and acting. In dream, it takes you in a different sphere, and in deep sleep, it just disappears, goes to sleep. But the awareness stays the same. You are that unchanging which never changes. So you don't have to look into the mirror every day to see what are the changes happening. Nothing, no changes are happening in you. You don't get any wrinkles. You're always that beautiful, fresh, pure awareness, always. It is a wrong notion that the people start behaving that now we are getting old, and what will happen with my wife or kids, and if we die, and what about this disease? This body which has taken birth will die, and there will be an excuse for it to die, whatever it would be. It is none of our concerns, and we have no control on it. Like we have no control on birth, we have no control on death. Then how can we have control in the middle of this whole game? We don't understand this. When birth is not in our hands, death is not in our hands. So the two ends are not in our hands. How can we say that in the middle game is in our hands? And we want to control, we want to achieve, we want to leave a mark on this earth. I don't know. It is just already script is written. Not even 1 second extra you can live. and you will not die 1 second before your death. So why to worry? You just stay detached and be aware as an awareness of the ego and its doings, and get rid of it by just observing it. And do you call it is a doing? Is it a technique? No, it is you are staying what you are. What type of practice it is? You will call it meditation? Meditation is a big billion-dollar industry, which is a big drama. Drama of the ego. People who are promoting, they are getting billions of dollars, they are getting rich. I had a call from someone who said, Sanjay, we should make a global wellness village. It is a very big concept. And I said, I don't know. Yeah, you do it if you want to do it. This is all. They go to India, pick up stuff like Yog Nidra, and then they call it some other name I don't want to say, and then patent it in US. And then they are selling it to the whole world, thousands of dollars packages. Religions are selling God. What are we doing? Whatever you do with ego, even the good work or religious work or spiritual work, you will make it poisonous. And you can never attract a spiritual seeker into any of those things. You can only attract the people who are still in their ego mind complex, and they just want to chill out and enjoy. A lot of people do spirituality just to enjoy. We will do a satsang, but this satsang is a slap on the ego's face. It is not that enjoyment, but people go to listen to some type of a discourse and they come out and you ask what, oh, it was excellent, we had a very good time. And then they come back with that ego and doing other things. And when will you be free attending those satsangs? Never ever. What is the benefit of that satsang? Maybe to the one who is giving it and charging some money, but not to you. You are wasting your time. It's better to do something else then. But that also becomes addiction. Path of liberation is very easy. You just have to observe your own things happening. Rather than observing people and the world and what's happening, just observe your own internal working system. And that power of attention fixes everything. It is so powerful. Not sure if you have heard about Nisargadatta Maharaj. What he said was that his guru said, Aham Brahmasmi, you are that. And he kept repeating it that and tried to convince by repeating like a mantra in his mind and staying in that I amness. It took him 3 years. So just be aware of that awareness. Amit, do you want to ask anything? Your audio is on.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it comes in waves. The mind, there are things that happen, and then you feel the strength of that which is the mind, and you observe that, and it's not always easy, because but that awareness of what is there, like a couple of times recently, things don't go your way, like you think, and then you sort of look at it and trying to get over that. Just this weekend, something didn't go, and then in a way, looking at it in a different perspective, but it's still the mind, helps. But for me, that there are incidences where you try and detach, but it's an ongoing approach.
So when you are saying things don't go your way, now this your way is whose way? Awareness has no way.
Yes, mind's way.
Yeah. And so mind wants things in a way, and when it doesn't go, and I'll tell you a very simple truth, that the script is already written. One day you will get good things, the other day bad things. For everyone.
Yes.
God is very kind and compassionate. But when things are going the way your ego thinks or your mind thinks this is the right way, you feel happy. When it turns to the other side and you think, oh no, we have to go this way, and your life journey moves to the other, then you think, oh look, this is not right. But actually it is right. The story is written like this curvy road. It goes in its own winding road, it goes in its own way, it's already written. You are holding the steering wheel, which is fake. It is your car is going the way it has to go. You have no control. So why to say it is others' mistake or your mistake? It's no one's mistake. It is the way it has to be. Once you understand this deeply, you are free. Then whatever is happening, it's happening. You should also have a laugh in your own failure, have a big laugh that day, that this is the way it is happening. Otherwise we are giving strength to the mind when we say, oh, it's not happening the way it has to be, because the way is only the mind thinking that it has to be this way is the right way, not this way is the right way. So the practice is to stay more in awareness. And what you are saying is it just gives us the feedback again that we have slipped again into the mind game. So we can be more just an awareness and enjoy our failures and enjoy our success, both equally. I'll give you an example. There was a saint, he was living with one of his chelas, in India. And these saints are very poor people, they don't have much. So he had a very old hut. Both were sleeping in that. And a big wind came and it blown away the roof. And the roof blown away, and then it was slight rain was there, and the chela said to the guru that, look, the God is so unkind, we always pray him, and look, we had such nothing in our life, and still this small hut's roof is also blown away. And the guru said, the God has given us grace. How beautiful this starry night is, and this dribbling of the rain, it's so beautiful. God, whatever you do, no one can match you. You are great. And he was filled up with gratitude and thanks. And he also said that it is already 3 a.m. We should have been up. He has given us a signal that we should start our meditation. We should pray to him. How good he has given us a signal. So it depends. Even the worst of worst scenarios, you can make it for your own uprising. It detaches you. Let's say you are involved in... I think someone is saying something. I thought there is some sound, but anyway. So we can take the same in so many ways, the same thing we can take for our own help. They say that the people who have thrown stones on you, you can build a nice house of those stones. It depends what life throws on you. You can use everything, you can use when you take it as with gratitude and thanks. Then there is suffering becomes blessing. Because I think our journey becomes very fast, super fast in during suffering. Then suffering, you don't like anything, you just want to know your own self. You just want to get rid of this everything. When you are loving this word, then I think then you are lost in the word most of the time. So everything is his grace, everything is his blessing. And all these things, what you just told, that when things are not going your way, you feel bad. And look, this again tells us that still there's something needs to be wiped off, something we have to clear still. That is good.
Mm.
So a spiritual seeker takes
One thing can
everything
be
in
done.
its own stride.
One thing can be done is, like, I give this example, like a bullock cart. In India, the bullock cart is going in the road and it is veering towards the right. That is, it's not going in the left of the road, it's trying to go to the other lane. Just the driver of the bullock cart pushes the cart to the right direction, to the bullock in the right direction. In the same way, if the mind is rebelling like this, just push it to the right direction. That's all. Automatically, you're going back to the source, to awareness. Just push it back slightly. As it is going away, hey, don't pull it that way. Whatever is happening is the right way. Just pull it this way. So like that, push the bullock or the mind into the right direction. Don't be very hard on it. Just like patting it on the back. Just move this way. I'm accepting this also. Then it becomes easy.
People who believe in God, people who worship any form of God, you can, even when the suffering is there, don't ask to get rid of the suffering. Just pray and thank for whatever He has given us to guide from the suffering, from anything, to the pure awareness.
There was a monk in Ramakrishna Mission. He used to say, pray only for strength. Strength so that I can tide over anything that comes in life. Pray only for strength. So that strength should be put us back into the awareness. Always give me the strength. When the mind is pulling me towards the world, give me the strength to push it back to the awareness. So he used to put it very nicely. I'm not that good at putting it across. He used to very beautifully say, why not you just goad it towards the awareness? Even though the mind is pushing toward, oh, this is not happening my way, the mind's way or my way, just push it. Oh, that's the right way. God wants it to be like that. Just goad it. It'll automatically become all right. And you try to accept it without grudging. Once you are not grudging, possibly the fast, you will recover much faster.
Beautiful discussion, Amit, and I'm thankful to you because opening up to find the ways to abide in pure awareness. It is not a path of any weak-hearted person. It is a path which needs a lot of courage. So stay on it. And the grace is with you, and satsang is with you. And look, if anything of any sort you want to call anytime, you can call anytime and discuss. If you think you are in too much of mind trap and you want to talk, you are most welcome. But I know when we stay, sometimes there can be a very big thought. Just think, a few years back, or we have gone through so many crises in our life. But where are those crises now? They have disappeared. Now there is another situation right now which looks so important. This is the game of the mind, Where are those? They're just blown up like clouds in the sky. Don't pay attention to any crisis, any thought. I'm not saying not to try to sort it out, but don't take as a person.
Mm.
The body mind will do the way it has to do. Sometimes you do and then there is a failure. It has to happen that way. You put efforts and there will be a failure. This is also the path. It's not that you have done something wrong. In your destiny, you have to put money into this business and the business has to fail. So it's okay. So many things happens. So everything is okay. If you stay in your equanimity of awareness, it will sort out everything. And that is wisdom. Wisdom is not that you borrow from books. There are hundreds of books on wisdom. They have no value. Wisdom is your own experiential understanding how things unfold. And you don't have to follow any scripture to understand how things follow. It is that knowledge, it comes from the awareness, it tells everything in the intuitiveness. Even you are not slave of the mind to know things. You don't have to go to tarot reader to understand what will happen next. You are no surprises for you. You're always the same. What will happen? Nothing can touch you. Your reality, nothing can even touch you. Leave aside that anything can harm you.
Wow. I mean, I was just thinking about the tarot reader just last week. And then,
Don't go to him. Okay. Let's sit in silence. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.